Will, Beyond the Fairway podcast, I don't know what they was thinking. And you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about NBC and Golf Channel. They don't know what they just did because they gave you and I an opportunity to talk about the game of golf in a way it's never been heard before. So I'm going to bring it a little bit. I'm going to let you know right now.
Well, I mean, the fact that when you talk about NBC implement diversity and inclusion, never in my wildest dreams it'll be talking about me and you talking about the diversity and inclusion aspect leading the way. But we here, bro. I mean, that's what we're going to do. We're going to have some good conversations all across the world about game of golf. And I mean, man, let's grow the game, bro. Let's do it.
I mean, who better to bridge this era of golf than you and me? You know, you got a guy with dreads, plays golf backwards and cross-handed, and a failed professional golfer. I don't think there's two better people that can bring the game to the masses than us.
Man, who you talk about, man? I'm coming as African American as I can get with the dreads included. Maybe not the front line, but we're there. We're there, damn it. So, but yeah, man, I believe that we can touch different communities, bro. There's people we can talk to, you know, and there's code that we can talk about. And speaking of code, I just wanted, for the record, Doug, my code switch is officially off during this project.
Oh,
so.
Okay.
We can talk about NBC Golf and thanking them for having us to bring diversity and inclusion in this aspect, but no, it's not gonna be none of that. This code meter is down, and we just talk about golf from our own tee box.
You know, all I'm saying is I feel like this show and us, you know, we're the intersection of culture and the golf lifestyle. People always act like golf is like just from the first hole to the 18th. But what I want to get across is, you know, I'm thinking about golf the night before. I'm planning my outfit, pressing my clothes, or ironing, depending on where you're from. I'm getting ready. So golf is this holistic being, and I'm just happy to be the intersection of it and bring people together as the game does always.
Of course, man. And I'm glad, you know, we both have chose to take in this daunting task. You know, when you think about golf industry as a whole, you know, if you're somewhat part of the industry from the sales to instructor and even in media, you know, I think it's your duty to grow the game. And, you know, I believe that this podcast can do just that. And we can definitely open up some eyes to this game.
Well, I'll tell you what, you are not going to get Brandel Chambly-like commentary on this podcast. He's got another one on our family of networks. Feel free to tune into Brandel with his extensive vocab. You're going to get that real. You're going to get that barbershop talk here. We're going to talk about golf in the way that it should have been out a long time ago, Will. But I'm glad you and I get to be the Jackie Robinson of broadcast and a golf podcast effort so that people can hear, you know, what it's like. You know, it's not always enunciated when we talk about the game.
Right. When I say deep, we're not talking about strokes gain, average, greens and regulation percentage. I can care less about that because that's overwhelming to the new golfer. You know, you think about it, you know, 6 million people say they're interested in taking the game for the first time. Well, you know, what can we do? Doug, what can you and I do to turn those 6 million people who are interested into committed participants? What can we do? And this podcast, this platform is a welcoming mat for those individuals. So let's get going. Let's get it started.
I think the first thing we can do is be our authentic selves and let it fly and just let it out and talk about the game that we know. We know the game from a aspect that not a lot of people have seen it. You know, we know where the bodies are buried, and we also know where the highlights are. And that's what we're going to explore. We're going to explore it with guests because guess what? There's more people like you and me that have had varying experiences throughout this game that we love, some positive and some negative. And we're going to unpack that here on Beyond the Fairway.
Absolutely, bro, man. Absolutely. You know, you're talking about coming your authentic self. That right there is called the inclusion part of the slogan that we all know about, diversity inclusion, you know, and we get to come in our true most authentic form. And that right there is a credit to NBC. That's what they're doing right now. And shout out to those guys for allowing us to birth this concept and get it going.
Well, absolutely. Well said, well stated. Look, this is Beyond the Fairway podcast, Golf Channel, NBC Sports. We're going to be on all your listening platforms from iTunes to Stitcher to Twitch, wherever you get your podcasts, Peacock, as well as streaming on SiriusXM Radio. So I hope y'all ready for this ride because it's time to go.
I don't know if they're ready, Doug.